I am Lynn with Psychic Focus, and today I'm going to talk about the Uncanny Valley effect. And this was something I had never heard before, and my son actually was asking me about it, so I thought it would be a fun topic to address, and maybe it would be something that you would be interested in if you've never heard of it before either. So, question that he asked me, have you ever heard of the Uncanny Valley effect? And I had not. Says, what do you pick up on it? I think it's really relevant now, as this relates to the more humanized a robot becomes, the more creepy it is inherently. Thank you. And so I thought about this, and some but not all have this reaction, but for those that do, it's a real aversion, and it really freaks people out. And what it is the more human a robot is when it acts, the mannerisms, just the looks, the responses, all that, it just gets really creepy. We can see a cartoon and be fine. We can see robots working totally fine. But once it gets really real, people start to have an internal reaction. And I thought about if I do or not, and I think I do. And frankly, it's just really creepy. So why is this? I wanted to know why are we having this internal reaction? I get it is because it creates this internal conflict. You may know something's not human, but the reaction that's human is throwing you off. And knowing something isn't human can also make a person question how it's going to react. Like, what's it going to do? How's it going to respond? You hope it's in a positive way, or at least in a benign way, but what if it doesn't? It's just that unknowing, because it doesn't have that same consciousness that a human would have. So I had even seen this clip. If you guys have ever seen RoboCop, I saw it when I was a kid, loved the movie, but there was this one part where the robot it went crazy. It started shooting people. And I get that just that unpredictability, like a wild animal, is how people feel when this thing becomes that real or that human. It's like, who or what is really in charge? Because there's no soul in there to let it know right from wrong. How does it know? What is the checks and balances? It's just really unsettling. I also get that the powers that were, they want a controllable army, so they see a huge push for AI, robotics, all these things that they can control what is actually running the show here, and they're pushing to create a society also that's making having healthy, lasting relationships difficult. That sounds kind of off topic here, but very relevant, because rather than teach people how to communicate with one another, how to have relationship skills, problem solving skills, they further create the divide with these false expectations and reasons people are offended, and they all of these kind of things, rather than look at values and have people maybe increase their own value to a relationship, or communication ability, or problem solving, or how to seek maybe a compatible partner. Rather than focus on that, they focus on, hey, if you look good, is that enough? Well, no, because looks fade. We all are going to age, we're going to wrinkle, we're going to get gray hair, all these kind of things. But it used to be back in the day, mothers and grandmothers might teach your kids how to read a recipe, fathers how to fix a leak, how to repair a flat tire, all these kind of things. Those are like things that last, and things that you can teach your kids, helps add value, create balance for one another, be a strength where someone else is weak. Those are the things that are important, but they don't do that. It's all about what they market to people, and there's just a different value system out there, I guess, was what I want to say. And because of that, people are having a very hard time being in a relationship, and a lot of people are getting lonely. So I get that part of this AI stuff and creating these humanistic robots is just for that. It's to solve this issue of, it's not the only reason, they want their army, but there's going to be a big push and have a big agenda out there to get people in relationships more with these robots and not people, because it's easier. And if people are lonely enough and it doesn't creep them out, they'll override that internal odd feeling. And I can see that happening. It may not happen as much in our current lifetime, but it's definitely on its way. So yes, there's an Uncanny Valley effect, and there is a reason for it. So listen to your gut. If something doesn't feel right, there's probably a bigger agenda there behind it. I will leave you with that. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. I'm Lynn, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.